Hello again, everyone. Melth here, with more of my Baldur's Gate 3 challenge run. This time tackling the Gauntlet of Shar itself. As usual, details of my challenge run are in the YouTube video description, and watch out for spoilers throughout this run. You know, before anyone else jumps across the gap, let's ungroup him. Don't want to deal with that. We finished off, or knocked out rather, the Maragons last time. We finished them off this time for free spell slots back with the Spell Thief Bow.
Rundown bearing the weight of centuries.
Various party members have comments about the state of the temple and whatnot. I do like Astarian's one here. We just did this for him last time.
The Orphan is nothing. I'll have my satisfaction when Raphael...
We don't really have any reason to expect him to make good on this word, except in some kind of trivial, maybe not helpful way. It was a dumb deal to make. We're slowly trying to train this guy to have good manners. If he doesn't make it by the end of Act 3, we'll just kill him, of course.
It was very kind.
Alright, so... let's equip the Spell Thief Bow and shoot that guy for a guaranteed critical and therefore a guaranteed spell slot back. Nice. Okay, then we can jump back across this gap here. Or can we? There we go.
No one stopped me yet.
We don't really have a level 1 spell slot missing from the restorable non-warlock ones for Ballista. I plan to short rest pretty soon. I might just, maybe because it's more valuable than Hex, cast Protection from Evil and Good instead. And then I can reapply Hex after a short rest if I need it.
Moving in.
And then we can get back a spell slot from this Displacer Beast. Remember, you must be point blank for this trick to work. If you're point blank with someone who is paralyzed or unconscious or something like that, you can guarantee critical them with a range attack, but you must be right next to them. Let's see what the Hoarding Maragon drops to, I guess. None of his shop contents. That's kind of disappointing, isn't it? Well, whatever. Let's equip more hand crossbows. We're about to get a fresh one that's better for Astarian. That's one of the best treasures you get off of your gear. Maragon halberds are worth a decent amount. They're not very effective weapons, but you know, they sell for a good chunk, and there's a lot of them here, so that's nice. And we'll grab the Umbral Gem, the first of 4 we'll be getting here. And now the Hellfire hand crossbow is one of the best hand crossbows in the game. There aren't, compared to other weapon types, very many enchanted hand crossbows. And so this one's just kind of a +2 with a minor additional effect is pretty much the best there is, except when you want force damage from Net Remisser, which is fairly common, so I will probably keep Net Remisser in my main hand and Hellfire in my offhand, but there will be times when I want to switch that up, of course. Alright, with that, let's get to the Shar trials proper. Oh, we didn't get that halberd actually, let's grab that one first. Sneaky guy up there. So the Shar trials are an interesting idea for a set of puzzles that are kind of at least thematically tied to what Shar likes. Some of them a little bit questionable, but overall I think a good idea. I don't like the implementation of some of them though, I will say. We do hate Shar in this party. Let's just blow up everything in our temple as we go through, break down the doors and leave rubble and splinters everywhere. You know, for this one, I think we probably want to send in Astarian alone. Let's just have him activate the Sacrificial Bowl. There's lots of traps here and things like that, and there's also shadows who want to be instant killing. So, we'll just send him in and he should be able to kill them in one shot.
Disc, as if spilled coin.
Each short trial they do, you know, do a blood offering, which does the 2 damage to you, but that doesn't really matter. 1 damage, whatever. Did you just cut right through your giant Helldust gauntlets?
Now, to get through the maze without being seen...
The bowl contains an ancient rust-colored...
We kind of know how it works from having read the books in the library last time, of course.
To receive my gift.
That's leaving out the details. The important thing is you need to not be seen by the shadows, which teleport you back. Really, beyond that, nothing else matters very much.
Trust no one.
So shadow is going by, they can see through these little window things. So let us activate turn-based mode, go up and just shoot the thing in the back for what should be instant death, I think. If we turn that on anyway, should be instant death. And that too. Oh, stupid mode turned itself on. That's fine. Alright, so one down. There's one more in here. Now I can't be teleported back by it. Yeah, I think there might be some incense in there. I might take a quick break there and have Ballistic go after the incense in one of these boxes. There are also a lot of traps to undo. Oh no, it's in there. There we go. So Astarn will be looking for traps on the way. He's not as good at perception, I think, as Ballista, but he's the better lockpicker since he has the robe that lets him have advantage all the time. Lots of incense to sell. Remember, Shar opposes the existence of heat, so we're really removing temptation from her followers' path by stealing all the incense out of her temple because you burn incense, and surely Shar would not actually want that. She couldn't just be a massive hypocrite about all this, and have rebelled for nothing.
Just out of view.
The reason there are multiple entrances, I think, is that you can use different levers over the course of this to open and close various passageways, which is pretty interesting, I would say. Anyway, let's find that last shadow, then we'll have an easier time. I think this pathway... Yeah, there's the sight radius of it. There we go. So, we will now walk on up and shoot it in the back. Oh, I triggered the trap there. That's fine. Still fine. Not ideal, but fine. I could stop any further fire damage by dash back to the others and have them help. Yeah, maybe I should do that just to avoid having a concentration check or whatever.
If it is for the best.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it really for the best? Probably. Okay, with that, turn-based mode doesn't matter anymore. So I can now... I don't think stealth matters anymore either, but I'll just walk back in like that, and I'll just go around looting everything I can see.
Something over there.
So we'll disarm that to get rid of the grease trap. Not that it matters much. I think he has the Nightwalker shoes on, so... Yeah, I can't slip on grease or ice, so he's fine.
Be careful.
Yeah, we don't care about that. This one, though, I think makes things get launched at you. I might be misremembering that. There's like a gargoyle head over there that usually means it launches fireballs. Basically, just all the doorways are trapped, and these windows let shadows look at you, then that teleports you back to the beginning. That is the main way things work around here.
Be careful. There are traps.
The head itself should be unnecessary, but I do appreciate that as a matter of design you can unpick it at both ends. You either get rid of the gargoyle head or get rid of the trigger mechanism. If you don't know which is which, you've got options. So, good design there, I would say. Alright, I don't know why I'm still in stealth mode. Let's get out of there. There's a key in there, but we want to destroy everything, so... Force damage.
To be unseen is to be welcome.
I do kind of like that one, actually. Is that one unreadable? I guess Astarian's not very wise, so fair enough.
Seek no permission. Take all that benefits.
Of course, Shar hates it when you do that half the time. Darned hypocrite. Alright, so these teleporters let us save some time and get back to the beginning.
Nice and quiet now. Get in and out. Seems simple.
So in here is my favorite of the three trials, the one where you have to fight yourself.
Most hallowed mercy.
Her mercy as usual is just kind of murder and whatnot. Everything about Shar is awful all the time. You know who's not concentrating on things? Karlach. Karlach, how about you use the sacrificial bowl this time? It's no threat of that one damage breaking concentration.
Bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Long pause there. Understandable. Who'd want to offer blood to Shar? I sure wouldn't.
Vanquish you.
I think you, as I recollect, need to actually use the bowls. You can't just break in the doors to do the trials, because if you don't use the bowl, then the trial doesn't really activate, so like your shadow selves won't be in there and whatnot. That is how I remember it working anyway, when I tried to just bulldoze through here on a previous run. So they don't want to play along with Shar at all.
Got to fight myself. The only person who can take me down.
Well, basically the shadows here will have most of our stats and abilities. Now, an easy way to do it would just be to take off your important equipment before you activate the trial, and then put it back on once you're in there before the battle begins, but that would be cheesy. Certainly won't be doing that. What I will do is just kind of prepare appropriately and use our various power-ups that are available to us. Now let's swap these two back around. Minthar's not good at Valor Loop, but all she needs to do is just kind of activate it. We can also give someone the Mistra's Blessing staff and cast Bless. We have high AC, we will definitely want to pump up our attack modifiers for this battle, I would say.
Pave my path with corpses.
One other thing to note is your summons not going to be duplicated, only your main characters will, so that makes things for a heavy summon party like this, or really any kind of caster party, much easier than otherwise would be. A lot of the game is really easy if you know how to use casters, basically. I think people, rightly think that warrior characters are really strong, and they kind of are, but like, if you know what you're doing with a caster, you can get a lot of damage out of a caster class, too. Alright, as we walk in here, we should be able to spot them shortly. I'm trying not to stealth them because that'd be too easy.
I smell a trap.
There we go. So there's a Starian, and the others will be around various places. So, let us prepare ourselves for this battle here. How about you, make sure you have your weapons equipped. And then use an Oil of Accuracy. And do we have Mistress Blessing staff on someone? We don't yet. Okay, let's give it to you. It doesn't matter. We're spending its spell slot rather than, his for it or whatever. So, that's fine. So, cast Bless on yourself, on Ballista, and on, let's go with Karlach. Then activate Oil of Accuracy. Then you activate Falar Eluv, Melody, Sing. Now let's go into turn-based mode and we'll walk up and start the fight on our terms. Now, we have this ability on our main characters, not in our summons, called Self-Same Trial. So if you attack a creature that's not your own, you get Treacher's Folly, which is a fairly steep penalty, although it can be fixed with just remove Curse. The trouble is, it doesn't actually, work half the time. Sometimes you can just kill someone else's clone and you're totally unharmed. Sometimes you do something that shouldn't really trigger it and you get harmed by it anyway. It's very buggy in my experience. So, I don't know what to make of that, really. You're kind of in the back is the problem there. Let's have you jump. We can maybe, if we have someone to hide, see where their radius is.
Your name.
Let's do that. Okay, so now we'll be in Falar Eluv zone there. And we have him shoot himself over there. That's probably the best way to begin this. 95% is pretty good. What if we have... Oh, we have Sharpshooter on. Nice. Alright, go for it. He's surprised, but combat didn't begin, but... okay. Not letting the sneak attack for unknown reasons. There we go. Well, I don't know. That's very buggy. Exit turn-based mode. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Okay. Very strange. But, yeah, I guess he got the kill. That makes sense. He didn't get his bonus action from it. That part doesn't make sense. Because he killed his clone, he no longer has that status effect on him, so that's good. If we now kill the half-elf, which represents... I guess, generic half-elf face there? Is that Ballista's face? Doesn't look like Ballista's face that I gave him. Not quite the same anyway. I've never been able to get back to Ballista's actual face because of some kind of bug that overrode it, so I've been sadly stuck with the generic one ever since. Anyway, the condition was moved so we can kill whatever he likes now. I guess if we dash we can't do much else, but that's irrelevant.
Step quick.
Behold the dance of death.
We probably want you to get over here where we can shoot the two of them, ideally. Although it's not going to be easy to hit your own guy up there as well as hitting Karlach. So maybe we just have him go for it himself first and then we dash in position or something. sure if we aim for his head from the right spot down here we can get him. And it should be instant death with one beam, so yeah, that should be good. Alright, then we'll just dash. And we'll blast Karlach to death next turn, because now he is also cured of the you can't target anyone but your own shadow type effect. The elementals never had that, so they can get on there and do whatever they want. They're probably going to be more effective against Minthara if they could get to her, because Karlach, Clone Karlach that is going to have the adamantine armor reducing all damage by 2, and they do a lot of weak attacks to different elements rather than one big one, so her armor is pretty effective against them. You know, can Minthara... Oh, Minthara's not in the fight, which probably means... Okay, Valor Loop ended. Whoops. Silly things happened there. That's fine. That explains why it wasn't like a totally guaranteed hit for Ballista against his clone. He didn't have Valor Loop anymore. I don't know if I feel like she should fairly have an action or not. You know, what I do know is it doesn't really matter, because we're going to win this next round effortlessly. So, get over there.
I'm ready.
Alright, let's just end our turns here and we'll wipe them all out next turn.
Let's spill some blood.
Alright, so we're at 94%. That's not too bad. Turn that off. Fire 96%. Turning out sharpshooter made a big difference there. Okay, I kind of messed up there, not taking proper aim. Sharpshooter all in. Alright, we'll turn that off. 80%, that's pretty good. Still missed, that's fine. We have plenty of backup here.
Be on my way.
Dark Arts Inspiration there. Sadly, we don't drop a new set of all of our gear.
Die tomorrow.
We'll grab that. I think up here there's a special item near the Transposition Flux, don't miss it, called Killer Sweetheart. It is a ring, gives you a critical, I think, once per rest or whatever. Let me check that. There it is. So you get a kill, then you get a critical hit once per long rest. So for me, where I can't long rest, basically meaningless. But, you know, on certain builds that rely upon a single massive attack roll, like if you use Upcast Witch Bolt with Wet status with the Tempest Cleric maximization type thing, you know, getting a critical to double that too is silly but kind of effective. Of course, if you're doing that, you might as well just be using the Luck of the Far Realms too for one of those once per long rest. So, multiple ways to get yourself one critical when you need it. So I don't really think any individual one of them is too impressive because they're only good for niche builds anyway. Alright, well that's 2 trials down. Let's get back to the teleporter and then do the final trial. Now these 2 trials so far, I'd say they were pretty good. I mean, I like this one more than the first one, but they're both pretty good. The third one, though, is just garbage as implemented. One of the worst parts of the game. And they keep kind of changing it patch by patch, making it worse and inconsistent. And the thing is, if you don't know the current rule set, you get instant killed, basically. Things that work in one patch suddenly result in instant death in the next one, and that's just not good design.
Can't come quickly enough.
Especially because in honor difficulty, they take away the safety factors you're supposed to have, which, like, sure, honor difficulty should be harder, but, like, if you're changing the rules every couple of patches, that's not great. Also, the best solution is just to let the AI pathfinding solve the whole thing in a trivial, silly way, so that's also not great. Anyway, we're going to walk in with just our main people, because if you walk off the edge of the cliff, which your characters might want to do, they will instantly die, even if they could, you know, logically float and fly and whatnot. So here's a map of the pathways, which we can kind of see right now, but as you get close, you won't be able to see them anymore. The render distance kind of causes problems, so that you can kind of see the pathways there, but not really well. But as we get close, the pathways will vanish. They're still there, but you just can't see them as you get close. That's kind of one of the main difficulties of this whole place. So, let's have Karlach once again activate that ancient altar. You kind of think about her armor protecting her from damage means that she won't take the damage, and therefore won't have a concentration check to make in the first place, I don't think. Not that it matters, because she doesn't, you know, have a spell going.
To feel my embrace.
Very strange how that works if you think about it. We're not really offering Shar any blood at all here, I guess. Alright, we're standing on the hint historian, but I do not want to trust my characters' lives to pathing and things like that, or to the quirks of the way this game works. Not after all I've been through. So I've come up with an approach that should work, but it's kind of silly.
What a day.
So the way it goes, I've got this once per short rest Misty Step boost I can do anyway. Let's do that, right over to that corner so we can see. The reason we're picking that corner is that that side of the room is where the finish line basically is, that gets near the destination platform. You're supposed to walk among these paths and these things that form checkpoints, except if you're on a difficulty, they aren't checkpoints because you just die no matter what. But Misty Step works, whereas Jump does not, and Fly sometimes does, but sometimes just results in instant death. So I'm going to Misty Step there, but that's only one step of the way, because now I'm in darkness and I can't see the Misty Step the rest of the way. So that's a bit of a problem, of course. But, as I talked about in my video where I did the 30 Darkness History giant epic battle, where they all left darkness clouds behind when they died, there are ways to deal with darkness in this game, because darkness is a cloud effect, and this game only allows one cloud in any given pixel of space at a time. Now, you can theoretically use daylight for these things, but daylight sucks at that job and is a level 3 spell. It's just the worst way to clear darkness. Don't do that. Do fog cloud. If I cast a fog cloud here, very carefully, make sure that it's still on the platform, that will clear this darkness. Now I'm still blinded, so now turn off the fog cloud, and now we can see. So now I want to teleport to over thereabouts. Make sure your character's not trying to walk off the cliff to cast this, though. That's essential. Okay, you're at the edge, but you're not off the edge there, right? No, you're off the edge there. Okay, I'm gonna walk him forward a tad. I hate this. I really hate how the whole run can kind of come down to this silliness. Okay, so there's the path. No, you're trying to walk out. You're trying to walk off the cliff and die. Okay, so now we can't see it, but we can go back to the map and check that. And make sure you don't accidentally have your characters in group mode where they walk the wrong direction and whatnot. That would be terrible. Okay, confirming that both corners are theoretically covered. He should be on a fairly straight shot up to that corner. Okay. There we go. One of the worst parts of the game dealt with. Watch out. You can still die, so bear that in mind.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Okay, let's get out of here. We now have, I believe, all 4 gems, right? Yep, we've got all 4 gems. So, in character, we told Balthazar we would help him, mostly just to keep tabs on him and make sure he wouldn't do anything. Now we have all the keys, and he doesn't have any of them. If we ditch him here, he therefore can't really solve things on his own. He'll just be stuck here indefinitely thinking help is coming. So our plan now in character is just get out of here and cure the Shadow Curse while he and Ketherick and all the other leaders are basically all indisposed. Thank you for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Master Knight DH, Jackie, and Lino, Travis, Carlo Andrea 97, Cthulhu's Mom, Oliver, Andrew Curzon, Troobsy, Skill Rap, Gregory, William Wakefield, Danny Hall, Jeffrey Morse, Jost, Becca, Jack, Mashas01, Jacob Marshall, Nubiana, Till Fisher, Discord Colossus, Nicholas Schmuck, Kostia Nesterovich, Goman Blackrock, Dodo King 4, Marcin Bialek, Techno Waffle, Nebular, I Loop, Michael Francis, Emperor Kong 420, Robin Mackey, Micken Balls, Stygian Flamey, Micah Marie, Christopher Allen, Stefan Van Zyl, Eddie, Wendy, Ali Kasamoglu, Lucas Riverola, Skylar Sauce, Nick Myers, Bethany James, Emp Ninjas, Prebin, Mango Jelly, and Chupaton. Have a great day, everyone.